but the Wood Elves of Vashabar claimed their intentions of peace.
Welcome to my townhouse, friends. I can't wait to hear the results of your investigations. I can't believe we found a corrupted seed at Ostermere. That the recollection somehow caused the new forest to overgrow Westweald. Or that my friend Sorelin was involved. Laramil wants to talk to you, but I'd like to hear what else you discovered. An invasion launched from Rostwall Estate would have taken Skingrad completely by surprise. I'm glad that you and the Tribune were there to stop them. But the recollection working with Daedra? That's a troubling new development. By reputation, we only just met. I know she does troubleshooting for Count Calantius, so I figured I might run into her eventually. She apparently heard about me too. Just showed up on my doorstep. You learn anything else out there? Ethelia, the Daedric prince you and Laramil are looking for? You met her? Incredible! But why is the recollection looking for her? Didn't they... never mind. I think you should talk to Laramil now. I need to consider all this.
Our initial investigations are complete, Proxy. Let us speak. Encountering a material confirmation of... that is, I thought it would take longer for us to find and confront Ethelia in person. We determined that my suspicions about the frayed fates proved correct. Each location had a connection to Ethelia. That the Recollection and the Miramor Daedra seek to restore Ethelia to power. They caused the New Forest and Wildburn devastation. And Ethelia wanders Westweald, starting to remember. For helping me reach these conclusions, take this reward. Speak with Baragon. See if he has a thought about our next steps. Ethelia's presence untethers all consequences. It makes it nearly impossible for me to perceive the threads of fate, let alone determine which threads to follow. Most people do not bear the responsibility of preserving reality itself. If we guess wrong about what we must do, or simply fail to do it, disaster ensues. I do not like to leave such decisions to chance when the stakes are so high. Trust in Baragon's knowledge of the recollection. There is an anomaly I wish to look into while you and he pursue the cultists and ferret out their plans. Perhaps the Wildburn seed you found in Ostermere is the place to start. I shall find you later.
I've been thinking about Ostermere and your investigations with Laramil and Tribune Alea. The recollection was involved each time. We need to determine what they're planning next. Maybe the Wildburn seed we found in Ostermere can help us do that. I'm not a green speaker or a spinner, but I know a corrupted seed when I see one. If we can trace it to its source, I think we can find the recollection. Luckily, there are experts on this sort of thing close by, in the wood elf town of Vashabar. Bosma, who honor the green, wouldn't have anything to do with a Wildburn seed. But I want to show the seed we recovered to a green speaker. If they can tell us more about it, it might lead us right to the recollection. Help me, and I'll pay your way. Here, just to be safe, you should carry the Wildburn seed. Greenspeaker Derelith in Vashabar should be able to tell us something about it. Just follow the Gold Road into Dawnwood and turn north. Tribune Alea and I will meet you there. I know, it's too much. During my adventuring days, I helped a wealthy Colovian family. They rewarded me with the deed to a grand old empty townhouse. I had enough gold to make this place livable, and it seemed a waste not to use it. I've lived all over Tamriel, and Skingrad is a nice enough city. Always something happening here, and we get news from across the continent. It wasn't until recently that the people of Westweald started looking askance at wood elves. Since the appearance of the new forest, what the Bosmer of Vashabar called Dawnwood, the rest of Westweald has grown nervous and suspicious of all wood elves. I've lived here for years, but suddenly I'm an outsider. Things could get ugly. Yes, I'm confused by that as well. Greenspeakers are mages who work within the Green Pact to shape the forest to meet their needs. Every Wood Elf village has a Greenspeaker to grow new pod homes or shape useful tools. It's an art my people cherish. You saw what I saw at Ostermere. My old friend Soraline has lost her way. If she had a hand in the use of wildburn seeds, then she's turned her back on the Green Pact. I'm not sure she can do that and still call herself a Greenspeaker.
The new forest worries me. Nothing natural ever grew that quickly.
It's those wood elves. Valenwood is trying to annex territory that is rightfully ours.
done here. Agreed, you arse.
Here for his bones. Fine. Real rotten ruin of all the days. I'm sorry you had to see that, Traveler. Our family drama is a poor welcome to Vashabar. Those two old timber pigs were our fathers. My beloved Clendigal and I simply can't get them to see reason. We want to be married, and our fathers, trees take them, won't hear of it. You just saw the backside of an argument we've had many times. This was the last. Clen and I are going to leave. Start a new life. Can I ask a favor? I have coin. They don't see eye to eye on anything. It's like they want to grind each other into bone meal. Long story. If you're inclined, find my Agawen Cyril and tell her we're leaving. We need supplies and she might be willing to help us. Cyril's my aunt. She owns the beer garden at the center of town. You can't miss her. Ifray, the singer himself, must have sent you. Thank you, Traveler. I'm slightly exaggerating. But while the language of my people is expressive and beautiful, we have no word for fundamentally disagree with to the point of violence. My father's a Green speaker and devout follower of the Green Pact. Clendigal's father is an important envoy for King Nantharian's Dawnway. If they weren't so worried about appearances, they'd have punched each other in the bits by now. They hated our match long before we crossed the River Strid and Vashabar was grown. But the last few months have been tense to the point of breaking. We tried one last blighted time to convince them, as you saw, and failed spectacularly, damn it. Oh, what a brilliant idea! Sorry. Perhaps where you're from that's an option, but not for us. Without the blessing of our fathers, not a soul in Vashabar would accept our union. That's just how we are. We've plenty of family friends, but no one like that. Oakenburl. Clen and I both lost our mothers when we were young. It's one of the things that drew us together. We need our fathers to consent. Or we need to leave. It's our newly grown home. We're a clan of wood elves, originally from Valenwood. We follow the Green Pact, but a number of us support the Dawnway as well. We crossed the River Strid when the forest of Valenwood extended into Westweald. Depends who you ask. Some believe the Green grew the forest and led us here to establish Vashabar. Those who follow the Dawnway see it as a sign we were meant to reclaim the land of our ancestors, provided you believe we're descended from Aeliads. It's a family nickname for my Aunt Cyril. Agawen means something like wise woman. I think it's an old joke between her and my father. In kinder times, he encouraged us to appreciate our culture and use our language.
Wood elves think they're tough, but this one can outdrink them all.
Welcome, traveller. This is the Vashabar Garden of Ale. I'm the owner and host, Cyril. Did I hear raised voices just now? Was that Lainey and her father? Green preserve me. My brother Nidalee are an old mint for the problem here, sure enough. They've never seen eye to eye. But since Vashabar grew, their views have petrified like ancient bark. Neither will bend, but it's the lovelies who suffer. easy enough. I'll do it. But look, Lainey and Clendigal deserve love and their village both. Can you go talk to those old goats? Tell them their children plan to leave. Maybe that will make them finally see reason. How can you... I have just the thing. Take these. I brewed up a few casks of Jaga earlier this week. Offer them a drink, and maybe they'll be more inclined to listen. I'll be over by the stables when you're done. Those old manners should be in pod houses around the village. And don't worry if they get cranky. They're more bark than branch, if you take my meaning. Was there something else you wanted to talk about? Of course. You're kind to involve yourself in affairs of the heart like this. Family, tradition, belief. And my brother. What a mess. I want them to be happy, sap sweet as that is. They've put off their own plans for years now, first supporting their fathers and then the village. If they want to stand and be married, Ifrey himself couldn't dissuade me. Since we were kids, I've been trying to get Nidalee to listen to reason. He may be a pillar of the community now, but to me, he'll always be my little brother. He thinks he's teasing me by calling me a wise woman, but I secretly love it. In Valenwood, the oldest trees are revered, but the long shadows they cast can strangle saplings before they take root. Minth and Nidalee are much the same. They're giants, but we need new growth to secure the future. Pig's milk, primarily. It's my own recipe, so there's a bit of this and a bit of that in there for flavour and body. If you like that, you should taste my rot meth. I've been brewing a batch for Lainey's wedding ceremony since she was a baby.
Ifrey's needs a stranger. Welcome. What can this old green speaker do for you? My sister sent you? Yeah, with Jaga no less, eh? Well, what's my sister up to this time? Well, I'll drink with you, stranger, and I'll hear what you have to say. Cyril does make some mighty fine Jaga. Rabbit dung! Lainey will be our next green speaker. Has she never abandoned her duty to the green? Damn Mint and his Dawnway spawn. Are there weeds in our garden? I won't allow this marriage. I'll make that clear to Lainey. As soon as I finish this Jaga.
This one heard about the new forest and had to come see. One thing the world else would never pass up. A fresh pint of dark.
But aren't you curious where it came from? Forests like this don't usually spring up so quickly.
Why should we care what the Colovians think? Dawnwood is a miracle, and it's ours.
King Nandarian says the forest's a gift of the green, and I believe him.
Ah, a visitor to our fair village. Perhaps you'd like to hear about the Dawnway, the new path forward for Bosma and Vashabar. I can tell you all about it. Jaga? From Cyril? For me? What's this all about, stranger? Ridiculous. Clendigol belongs here. I want him to see the world from the top of the canopy, not the bottom of the forest floor. To see the world as our King Nantharian sees it. Our king plans for the future, for our people, for Vashabar. No, he can't marry the daughter of a Green Speaker. The outdated customs of the Green Pact have held my people back for far too long. I understand what you and Cyril tried to do here, but my mind is made up. Now excuse me. I need to find my son.
I still haven't adjusted to the high amount of meat the Wood Elves consume. Last night, I nearly offered to gather some fruit to share with them before I remembered their aversion to harvesting crops. I'll just have to wait for a windfall.
There you are. I've got a good start on gathering supplies for Laney and Clendergol. How was your chat with the old goats? Those two could give lessons in cussedness to a timber mammoth. And now they'll be looking for the loving couple. Damn. My niece can't leave. If only... If their fathers won't budge, can we convince Laney and Clendergol to stay? I know those two. They'd never be happy as outcasts. If they stay, there's always a chance we can sort this out. I still need to work on these supplies. Would you be willing to talk to some friends of the families? Get them to encourage patience? Gandelion. He's Laney's grandfather. Helped her walk for the first time. Ah, and Melaniel. Clendergol's tutor with a blade. Both of them should be nearby. Thank you, Traveller. There's a stiff brew with your name on it once we get this sorted.
First I stole your dagger, then you stole it back. You stole it back. Now I want your short bow along with your pack. What's in your pack? Do kindly hand it over, you needn't make a fuss. It comes around and goes around between the two of us. Between the two of us.
Ah, a visitor on a mission. Like a ringtail after a beetle. A new face in Vashabar. Beautiful like the pelt of a Sench tiger cub. Fresh from the den and curious about the world. No! What? No! All of a sudden I'm back, holding Laney's hand as she takes a shaky step like a fawn in a glade. Oh, my heart. This is because of their fathers, isn't it? Nidalee, you foolish old man. I can't, stranger. I'm sorry. I teach the children if they want to leave, they should. It would be wrong to say different to Laney. I'll go find Cyril. Perhaps I can see the couple before they leave town. Oh, I'm like a litter of fisher pups on the inside, all flailing limbs and lashing tails. I can't believe Laney thinks she has to leave town. Her father will be heartbroken. If Ray's tears, I'll be heartbroken. Oh, thank you for asking. I'm a part of the Valenwood Faithful, an aide to the Green Speakers, advisor to Spinners, and tutor for the village children. Would you like to hear my favorite thing about the Green Pact? People People in distant lands like to focus on our eating habits, or what we think about fallen trees. The truth is, the Green Pact is a way of inviting the forest into our lives, into our hearts. And that just makes me so happy. Ha! Of course! Green speaking is a beautiful art, an extension of the deepest mysteries in Ifre worship. Some mages use it like you'd wield a hammer, as a tool. In our clan, we dedicate ourselves fully to hearing the singer, to weaving the trees. Oh, no! Not everyone has the aptitude for magic. Or perhaps, like a songbird in the highest branch, the storyteller's tune is too faint to hear. But for those with the gift, we celebrate it in a way few still do in Valenwood. People in distant lands like to focus on our eating habits, or what we think about fallen trees. The truth is, the Green Pact is a way of inviting the forest into our lives, into our hearts. And that just makes me so happy. Many things. Oh, many things. Children don't know not to be curious, you see. A timber pig in a truffle den. Geography, politics, the ways of the green. I'm even a fair-hand at cooking when I put my mind to it. I have to wear many hats. Hats on hats. We're a small community, and we want our children to make good choices, to be ready for the world. And if they choose to leave someday, well, perhaps they will return and bring the world back with them.
Halt! King Nantharian sees
Another
no one
student,
without
perhaps?
good cause.
Traveler, are you looking to practice the blade? In the mood for a sparring match? Glendigal? Leave? But the village is freshly grown. And it feels like just yesterday I was helping him choose a training blade. I know how much he loves that young woman. If they think they have to leave town to be married, well... No, I'm sorry. If they want to go, I respect their decision. But... maybe old Spinnabel Wellis might be able to help you. He's keeper of the Wilder Hall here in Vashabar. The Dawnway teaches us that knowledge of the past can build a path to the future. Our Wilder Hall holds all the old knowledge of our clan. Maybe there's something in there that could help Lainey and Clendigal find happiness. Maybe there's still some way forward here. What is a marriage but a hope for a better tomorrow? And Vashabar itself is a symbol of hope. I'm an accomplished blade dancer, and work with Minth as an envoy of the Dawnway. Before we left Valenwood, I taught everyone who asked the way of the sword. Wish I'd had a chance to do more. Bit of a pompous term for someone that's good at fighting with the sword, innit? I heard it from a high elf in mixed training at a Dominion base. I kinda liked it, so I made it my own. With my whole heart. I saw more than enough during my time with the Dominion military to know we need a better tomorrow. A glimmering dawn on the horizon. Bit of a pompous term for someone that's good at fighting with the sword, innit? I heard it from a high elf in mixed training at a Dominion base. With my whole heart. I saw more than enough during my time with the Dominion military to know we need a better tomorrow. A glimmering dawn on the horizon.
Ah, the outsider. How goes your quest? I've seen you running to and fro, traveler. On a quest to help our young couple, I believe. How goes the journey? Nedolia will not bend. Minth will not sway. They revere our culture, but learn nothing from the trees. If the couple chooses to leave, I will not speak against them. Every living being must be allowed to grow as it wills. So says Ifri, so say I. It is a repository of knowledge from Valenwood, a connection to the deep history of our people. I hoped the singer might send you my way. I believe a text from the hall may offer a solution. Seek out a scroll called the Rite of Propagation. It allows a Bosmer community to determine its future, to step in where growth has stagnated. If Laney and Klendagal perform the rite, Vashabar can make its voice known. And not even Nedelir or Minth can silence the voice of the village. The Wilder Hall is just east of here. The rite may be just what Laney and Klendagal need, what Vashabar needs. I suggest you take it over to Cyril when you find the text. She'll be instrumental in enacting the rite. I am a healer, a scholar, and a spinner. By aiding the people of Vashabar, I tend to the future. As keeper of the Wilder Hall, I tend to the past. You could say that. As a healer, I assisted in both their births. Laney took command of the room the moment she drew breath. Klendagal came out fighting. I was also there when they lost their mothers. For every bright day, there is a dark one. Of course, it is an ancient rite, rarely practiced today. From a time when the supporting branches and vines of culture and custom could, on occasion, strangle new growth in its bed. The people of Valenwood have progressed since then, somewhat. Without a doubt, Nedelir is a respected greenspeaker, and Minth a key member of the Dawnway. They invoke the meaning and weight of our culture every time they open their mouths. If their children invoke a Valenwood rite, they will listen.
Singer be praised, you're back. What did they say? A look at... a right? Ah, don't. Ah, Ifra's arse. This is amazing. Where did you dig up this relic? It was Spinnerbell Wellis, wasn't it? Canny old goat. Ha! What a find. Nice work, traveller. I never even thought to ask him. Brilliant. Go tell the loving couple. In the meantime, I'll gather Minth and Nedeleer, as many others as I can. If Lainey and Clendegal are going to ask the village to decide, we need the whole village to be present. With the fathers hunting for them, I told Lainey and Clem to hide out. They have a little love nest in an overgrown ruin on the southern edge of town. I bet they're there. Tell them what you found. Vashabar will be waiting when you return.
Damn it! Fine. Then we make for Varen's Wall.
Right. From there, we head for Anvil. But it's... Oh! Traveler! Hello. I see Cyril found you. This is a happy place for us, Traveler. I hope you've come with news to match. An old scroll. Huh. I've never heard of this before. The rite of propagation. We gather some symbols, present them to friends and family, and ask the village what it thinks we should do. Traveler, with this we might not have to leave. The spinner? I didn't even know he liked me. Thank you. You have no idea what this means to us. We've been on a blade's edge since we spoke. We've already asked you for so much. If you're willing, do you have time to help us gather our symbols? The Dawnway means so much to me and my family. It draws from Ayleid culture, and there are several Ayleid ruins nearby. A mosaic from the ancient empire of the Heartland Elves would perfectly represent me to the village. She's been mouthing words at me over your shoulder. Meet her where we began the ceremony to grow Vashabar. She thinks a dormant seed pod will represent her quite well. I'll mark your map, and we'll see you beyond the village. Lainey, we get to stay!
I can't rotting believe it. Can you rotting believe it, Clem?
Ha! The sooner we get those symbols, the faster we can start planning the wedding.
The site where Vashabar's growth began isn't far. Just refer to your map and I'll meet you there. And don't worry, Traveler. You'll have a damned green speaker to be at your side. You should have seen me waving my arms around to get Clen's attention. A seed pod's perfect. The dormant greenspring seeds are what remains of the ritual we use to grow Vashabar. They're sacred to us, carried all the way from Valenwood. If we get to stay and I can continue my training to be a greenspeaker, it would mean the blighted world to me. I want the village to know I never intended to run away from my calling. That this was only ever about our union, about our love. We greenspeakers use ritual magic to enhance their growth. They go from fragile little pods to full houses in a matter of weeks. It's all part of the Green Pact, you see. We protect the forest, and in return, the forest protects us.
Deep in our roots, in times long ago, Ifra looked down on the wood elves.
And we're off!
A path
doing something with magic-y?
I'm here, friend. If you're ready, let's head inside. The wildlife down here might see us as a threat. The Heartland Elves never did anything halfway, did they? Troll! That's a big troll!
I've been waiting to try this spell out.
That's it! An alien mosaic that represents me perfectly. Someday we'll have to explore this ruin more completely. Troll! That's a big troll! I'll meet you back in Vashabar to perform the rite and face my father.
I love harvesting runestones.
Let me go.
Traveler, be careful. Bugs are plenty here.
It doesn't stop. I'll be hearing that rotting buzzing for days.
They won't give up the pod without a fight. Thank the singer that's over. Got it. Let's get out of here. See you back in Vashabar. We faced the bugs. Now, to face my father.
Vashabar, Laney and Clendigal have returned. Let them be heard.
Cyril, what's the meaning of this? Someone explain to me what's going on. You again. My sister's co-conspirator. Well, spit it out. Tell me what's going on here. Our rite of propagation? Did you put them up to this? There hasn't been a rite like this enacted since I was a child back in Valenwood. What does my daughter hope to accomplish with this archaic rite? Outrageous. I'll drink my jogger. I'll stand here, I suppose. Neither myth nor I can stand in the way of tradition, even if I don't like it.
Vashabar, we need your help. Lainey and I want to marry.
As you all know, our fathers refused to support us. And so, we invoke the rite of propagation, an ancient Bosmer custom.
We gathered these symbols, representations of our roles in the village. An Ayleid mosaic for me.
And a green spring seed for me. Friend, you helped us find them. Please bring them forth.
These symbols represent our commitment to the village, and to each other.
Our future lies in whatever you decide. Do we have your support?
Well, what do you say, Vashabar? Do you support this union?
Aye!
Ha! There it is! Congratulations, you two. Let's give the couple a moment. Drinks for everyone.
All right, you old arse. The village has spoken, so let's make the best of this.
I suppose you're right, you boss.
This hardly feels real. They rotting stand with us. Oh, Singer be praised. I don't know whether to dance or cry. I think I'll do both, after Clem and I have a few of Cyril's potent drinks. I've been tense about this for so... Let's get through this party first and let the village sober up. A few days, I expect. At most. That will give our fathers time to become comfortable with the idea. And I can work with Cyril to arrange the handfast ceremony. I can't thank you enough. You and the singer helped us make our dream come true. Without you, who knows where Clem and I would have ended up. I'll pray for you, traveler. Ifre keep and protect you for all the rest of your days.